Oh,
We are live.
we are in the house again. Happy Tuesday, fellow Bitcoiners.
Oh yeah.
Welcome back to the Gentlemen of Crypto, episode 83.
83.
I am King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay, and we are here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community every day.
All day, every day.
Even the day after MLK.
Even at 3 a.m. when sometimes people call and text us about the questions that we have.
yeah.
All right, so welcome back. We don't have a free Bitcoin giveaway today or a winner from last time. You know, we had at Rogue Darren on the show. Again, Darren, thanks for coming on. A lot of people learned a lot. Some people adding you on Twitter, so that's a good thing. Another way to expand the crypto community. He's very knowledgeable, been around. So if you haven't already, take a peek at that last show. But coming in today, all right, let's talk about Bitcoin in general. Let's talk about Bitcoin price because it was some people freaking out over the last 3 days.
Chill, people.
There was some selling going on.
Panic sellers, yeah.
Panics of people. What you're seeing right now is what we saw the last, where people been in 3 years, for 3 years now, 4 years. Every January around this time.
It's trash.
Yeah, it kind of consolidates. It stays the same price. And for those who don't know, one of the main reasons why, yes, it is because of the Asian market, but it's not because of all the regulations and bans. It is because the Chinese Lunar New Year is approaching us very quickly.
Oh, yeah.
January 28th to February 21st is the Chinese Lunar New Year. And that's where a lot of people in Asia decide to cash out and go vacation for almost a month. So
Pretty much.
that's what we're seeing right now. It's people cashing out and they're enjoying themselves. They're prepping for the Lunar New Year. Again, that's coming up. It's going to be about 3.5 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. And
This
Antonio
is a
called
sale.
it. This is the sale before the next bull run because once that vacation is over for them and they're back from holiday, probably around the same time frame as last year, around March, April, it's game time again. So
Yeah. And if you always talk about buying a dip or I can't wait for a dip,
come on, Derek.
now is the time. Yeah, because honestly, this is about the level where I would see if there is a break in the resistance and whatnot. We may see a little bit of a push further down. But like I said, a lot of people sit and wait to buy it as soon as it drops. So it's people that have buy orders all and through 9, 10, 11,000 range. So this is a really good dip, especially for those of you who, like myself, think the price is going to go past 20K in the next month or two. So if you, in a month or two from now, you don't want to look back and be like, I could have got it at 11,000, and it's 30 something.
Just
K
like
right
people
now.
were when it was 5, and then 3 weeks later it was 10. It was like, wait, what just happened?
Exactly, yeah. So
So-
don't freak out. Hopefully, the people who watch us have seen enough buy the dip t-shirts and sweatshirts and seen us say it enough to where
Call
they didn't
them
panic. Even with some of these altcoins, I wouldn't give up on them at all because
It's a lot.
It's
the
a
year
lot
just
of
got
money.
started.
Yeah, people haven't even got their refunds back for taxes. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Chinese New Year.
Crypto Q.
And then you got the FUD back to back last week. So it's like, this is what happens. But at the end of the day, those of you who say that they hold, this is a test of your holding strength. so
Yeah,
to
we're
say.
about to see if you can hold.
Yeah, we're about to see.
Not only that, again, if it's ever something that crazy, we will come on live anytime today, people. But if you don't see us for like 3 days, that means we are not worried. You shouldn't be worried either. Like, hey, everybody got a little stake in the game at this point, but you're still watching us every day. So, don't worry about it. Exactly.
I wish China would shut
This
the
is
fuck
China being
Yeah.
China. So, yep. So there we go. People talking about tongues, they woke up smiling. So what's going on with the Putin list? Because this kind of affects the market, or may affect the market. What's going on with President Putin?
Oh yeah. Well, if you haven't heard, President Putin is actually putting out, who is president of Russia. He's putting out a list of people who may have assets in offshore accounts or different places that they can't actually get their hands on or see. And if they have any indications of corruption, those accounts are getting stopped, smacked down, assets gone or frozen, which is something that, like we said, any government can do to your money. Which, in
you
my
don't
opinion,
own it.
You don't own it. Yeah, they can tell you anytime. No, of course, you can't take money out of this bank. You saw the piece of paper that we signed. You can't do it. So you might see a huge rush of people with a lot of money going into Bitcoin because we've talked about a few. The Prince from
Al Wahid.
Al Wahid. Yep. They wish they had Bitcoin to fall back on because when they get their assets frozen, we're not talking about a few thousand. We're talking about billions on the line right here. So yeah, and DTube. Yeah,
we keep hearing about it. We took a peek at DTube already. It just had a lot of kinks to work out still.
Yeah. And it's not a bad option, but hey, yeah, we gotta get on that.
We're gonna set it up everywhere. We're gonna try this thing stream from 30 different accounts and places. So we'll see.
Oh yeah. So the Putin list, like I said, maybe a new way to infuse some money into the Bitcoin market at a time where, like I've said before, or like we stated, it's Chinese New Year. Some people are just kind of selling, taking their profits and going. So that list, it'll be interesting. I think they'll figure out who all is on that list January 29th. So that's before the end of the month. So a lot of stuff coming at the same time. So billionaires need somewhere to put their money. And of course, like we said, other tax time and all this other stuff is coming.
So do we think they'll force people to hand over their crypto? Again, this kind of goes back to what we talked about last week. It's like what is forcing? Are they going to start imprisoning people, killing people, locking you up? So it kind of goes back to how are they going to force people to hand over their crypto?
Absolutely.
Could they? Yeah, but we've already seen in some countries they're fighting back. So I don't know. We'll see how it is in the States. But
yeah, and if worst comes to it, you can just make a video saying you got hacked like everybody else in BitConnect or some of these other places.
Like every other new ICO right now, just come out and say they got hacked. All right, so of course, I swear I thought we locked it up again last week. I think we keep leaving the gate open to the park. We had another dinosaur escape, unfortunately, over the weekends. What happens when we take 3 days?
Oh, yeah.
So let's go ahead and call him out and get him back in here. All right. So German Central Bank Director Joe Chim is, excuse me if I pronounce this wrong. My enunciations aren't the best. But Joe Chim Wenmerling is a member of the board of Germany's Bundesbank, and he has suggested that any attempt to regulate cryptocurrencies will require international cooperation. Which is something a few, I think one of their prime ministers came out and said already as well last year. But yeah, speaking at an event in Frankfurt on January 15, the director told listeners effective regulation of virtual currencies would therefore only be achievable through the greatest possible international cooperation because the regulatory power of the nation states is obviously limited.
So that's why we got into Bitcoin.
So going back to what P-Man Van said, kind of right there, how could they stop people? How could they make you sell it? And you know what? We do give him props, Joe Chim, because he is acknowledging that, hey, we cannot do this on our own. We need help and the cooperation. However, they still don't get it.
Yeah, you need a coordination between nation states who don't necessarily like each other. So good luck, because if you think it's hard achieving decentralized consensus with Bitcoin, oh man, centralized consensus is even harder. I mean, they've been talking for years. How many UN meetings and different countries get together and try and make pacts? They don't keep any of these. I mean, we've broken every contract, and every other country has probably done it too with somebody else. So good luck with that, because it's too much money on the line for people to leave Bitcoin. It's people that are like, oh, so y'all don't like to use it? Cool,
we'll take this. Yeah,
yeah. So good luck with that, but yeah, you got to get that dino today, because he keeps. I mean, people keep thinking you have to regulate it at some point. You don't. I mean, this is literally the time where you don't have to do it. So
yeah, so
it's a little outdated with that thing.
Yeah, it's kind of like the when Andres Antonopoulos spoke to the Canadian Senate. It was like every 5-10 minutes, it was like, all right, we get what you're saying. It's beautiful. How can we control it? It's like. That's what you don't understand. You're not getting it. This is so you can't control it. Yeah. So again, officially, director of the German bank Bundesbank, Joachim Wenmerling. I am like chopping that up. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
You're a stegosaurus in our book. You're a dinosaur.
It doesn't matter.
Let's go ahead and give him that loud roar without the speaker. One more time. There we go. There it is. He's our dino of the day.
Jurassic Park.
Right. It sounds like a dinosaur name too.
Yeah, that's a hell of a name. I don't know how they got that out of it. But
then shout out everybody following us here on Facebook right now. Malik, Derek, Amanda, Kristen, Jonathan, George. Hello, Gerard.
Oh yeah, shout out to the fam, Tony, Trevor. Thanks for coming in.
And again, folks, if you're looking at us on Facebook, we only come on Facebook here and there. We're always on YouTube, so you can check us out, Kirby Crypto on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
All right, here's some good news for Bitcoin in general. China's Alibaba launches crypto mining platform despite restrictions coming from local sources. CN Ledger saying it, and that's a Twitter-based crypto news info provider. They said that the Chinese internet service QQ.com stated Alibaba's peer-to-peer nodes platform had launched after a registration in October of 2017. So Alibaba might be launching a mining platform, even though China is all against it right now.
Hey, McAfee might have some competition.
There we go.
They start finding, because these companies, they're not gonna lose money. I can tell you that right now. So they probably got some people working on it where their operation is gonna be basically just a sort of centralized way for them to make money off Bitcoin for the rest of the time that Bitcoin is being mined. So Because you got to think it's going to 2140. These companies are setting themselves up for 100,
right, yeah.
100 years
right now. Yeah,
it was like, oh, you think it's difficult now? Wait until we throw a few $1 billion behind it. So
I mean, you talk about that. Wait until the one Bitcoin is worth however much money in the next 5 or 10 years. And yeah, like you said, I mean, hey, this is about investing right now, having a system set up, being able to streamline it.
Yeah.
And in 7 to 8 years, and that computing power, takes more computing power, or the algorithms get even tougher. They're there to say, hey, if we get 2 or 3 Bitcoin this year, we had a great year already. So.
Oh yeah, especially when we start in that 100K mark with some of them, and then on in the future, if it ever does hit 1 million or something like that, they'll be very happy having 1 or 2 Bitcoins every now and then. So. Yeah, they playing the long game. Shout out to Alibaba because their stock is gonna go through the roof as soon as it figures out. People figure out it's actually gonna happen. So
I mean, it doesn't hurt to be like the wealthiest person in China either. I'm sure he got a little bit of weight to push around, but we'll see. Who's that? Jack Ma that's out there. Yeah. So shout out
Jack
to him.
Ma.
Here we go. Black Wallet hack. Wow. 400K in Stellar has been stolen. Hosting provider possibly at fault. A DNS hijack has led to hackers withdrawing $400,000 worth of Stellar Lumen XLM coins from wallets hosted by blackwallet.co without user permission. Multiple sources reported on Saturday that the attackers took control of Black Wallet's hosting server. So they had the entire server again.
I say, dang,
this is how sophisticated it's getting. They're not going for so-and-so with $30 in their wallet. No, they're like, we're just going to crack the whole infrastructure.
Yeah, let's hit the exchange, hit the wallets, get these quick come-ups. Because, I mean, my first question is, first of all, why do you even have Stellar Lumens? That's the first thing. Second of all, why would you keep it on Black Wallet? I mean, it's probably, more secure, something else. But some of these smaller wallets, you got to watch. Like we said, you wake up tomorrow, boom, gone.
So it looks like they changed settings to allow the code to run, which automatically sent customer balances over 20 lumens to an address under the hacker's control. And kind of like you said, like, why do you have this wallet? It goes back, we did a cybersecurity article last year sometime about, what is this thing called? Like Google, Yahoo, what's it called? The web browsers.
Different browsers.
We talked about the web browsers, but it kind of goes to the wallets. People, if it's a brand new wallet, and I mean, granted, they all are at this point for the most part, except like Armory, who's been around, a couple others, but if it is a brand new wallet, they are untested. They have, no matter what they say in their write-up, this is the greatest security, top notch, encrypted, and admittedly, I can't even say the word, you know what I mean? But seriously, like whatever they say, however great their product is, it hasn't been thoroughly tested. And being tested in this market means open yourself up to the global hacking network and letting them all take a crack at it. So that's what we're seeing now. Like, I wouldn't say it's Black Wallet's fault. If it was, a real hack, we know how the game. We know how the game goes.
Hey, Tesla's still chilling out here with $1 billion worth of money. And did nothing to give it back. So
this is the game we're in. But if it was a real wallet, then yes. I mean, almost every wallet right now has a chance to be exposed except offline storage. So
hardware wallets, like the people were saying, that's the best way.
Yeah, keep that in mind. Paper wallet, ledgers. Armories, of course. What else? There's all types of stuff.
A lot,
that's the best way. And then you do a desktop wallet. It does make sense if you have a lot of money on there to make sure it's not. For one, if you have a lot of money in crypto, get an entirely different computer. That wallet should be hosted offline. So again, these are some of the things that remember. So it sucks that a lot of people have been taken for a lot. But again, if you have a lot of money in crypto, you got to up your security. This is Wild West.
And especially with smaller exchanges, smaller wallets, coins that haven't been developed all the way. Hey, you take a chance. This is the Wild West. But the returns you get from it is supposedly the recoup on the possibility of getting hacked. So you really want to make your money, because if something does happen, you won't be, pretty much out there for good, because there's some people on the outside looking in who did have some good money in crypto. So don't want to be one of those people.
So the best wallets, we just asked Jonathan Rice, his best wallet. So ledgers are really good offline. Armories are Armories on your desktop, that's good. Trezors are really good as well. And I'm pretty sure they're compatible with a few more things. So those are the three main I would recommend. Exodus, I've been playing with Exodus a lot more now. Check it out, because they do have a really good user interface on there and stuff.
Their desktop wallet is tight.
Right, their desktop wallet is good. But then again, you got to make sure it's on an offline computer. So
KeepKey, that's a bunch. OpenDime.
OpenDime, you got OpenDime. And you did a video on it. We have a video on OpenDime here as well. So
absolutely.
That's right. All right, good news for crypto again. Zappo, actually Bitcoin specifically. Let's put this single. They trying to down Bitcoin like it's out already.
Yeah, I know.
Zappo CEO foresees a single blockchain to move all value, and he's saying it's most likely going to be Bitcoin. During a Facebook Live interview, and I'll actually give it a Facebook Live. Their streaming has been coming up. It's like a TV show in there. But during a Facebook Live interview between Zappo CEO and PayPal board member Wences Casares, probably pronounced that wrong. Casares, it's like Caesar.
There's a lot of weird names today.
And
Jesus
PayPal
Christ.
CEO Dan Schulman on January 12th, Casares explained his vision of a single robust blockchain to move value globally, saying that Bitcoin's blockchain would likely play this role. He also predicted that Bitcoin could become an apolitical standard value.
Duh.
You don't say, right? You don't say.
I've been saying it for 9 years.
What he just said is the reason why we talk about long term. We just don't get the ripple moves and some of this. Long term, you don't need any of this other stuff. Like,
at all.
Bitcoin does it all.
Yeah.
Is there a scaling issue? Yes, we keep talking about that. Is a technological issue. They'll fix it. Just like having dial-up back in the 90s.
Yeah.
To Ethernet cables, to Wi-Fi now, to high speed
fiber.
Yeah, fiber and all that. So it is a technological issue. So outside of trading, if you're looking for that long-term investment, right now Bitcoin is still the main one. No one else has had it scaled to the matter it has. So
and security-wise, the more transactions added to the blockchain, more secure it is. Less likely to get hacked, and there's way more support. Like we said, with wallets, exchanges, ways to exchange it, things of that. So yeah, Bitcoin is still king. I don't know why people, I do know, but people rush to alts. But for some reason, they think they're gonna take it over at some point. I'm just like, how? I just don't see.
It's been a lot of very good traders before you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They know that. Like when Lightning comes, a lot of these alts are gone. They are dead forever because the only thing they have on it is speed and cost of transaction. Lightning Network comes. Bye-bye. You better have a decentralized platform or something.
Yeah, so that's Zappo's CEO. So again, it's really good. I mean, Zappo is a huge company for those international. I'm not sure how big they are international, but I know it's huge in America. You can order stuff offline and all that. So again, we're looking at another premier CEO coming out saying that, hey, this is happening.
Yeah.
We say it's going to be an apolitical standard values. Like, it doesn't matter anybody's opinion. This is a blockchain. This is the one we're going to be using. Here it is. So again, follow the money. Follow the money. And right now, the money is saying Bitcoin still. So we'll see.
Oh, yeah.
Here's another one. So we talked about a story like this about a week or two ago. We've been alluding to it for months. But in Russia, it looks like a blogger who boasted about his crypto wealth has been beaten and robbed for $425,000. For one, if you got $425,000 on you, you don't got a pistol to go with it, you're already doing something wrong. But
yeah, man, you gotta protect your neck. Wu-Tang told you a long time ago.
A Russian cryptocurrency investor and blogger known online as Pavel Nashin was attacked and robbed in his home in Leningrad Oblast the night of January 14th. The assailant stole funds worth 24 million rubles, which is about $425,000. Wow. Or it could be tax time. He's just trying to dump it.
And I was gonna say, and on the other side of that, I mean, we don't know for sure, but people lose money. People supposedly get hacked just at a perfect time when they're supposed to give it to somebody else. So hopefully that was the case. It wasn't a real thing, but if it was a real thing, like we said, no reason to have 6 figures and you don't have something to protect yourself. A knife.
You sitting on almost $500,000 of crypto,
and you bragging about it for one. That's my biggest thing. Like, I see some people, they post their portfolio, they post how much they have. To me, that's a terrible idea because, like any rich people before Bitcoin, they would never tell you how much money they actually had. So you got a lot of new people who've never had this amount of money in crypto, and all they want to do is show people, like, look, I did it. I did. Terrible idea because everybody's looking at you. Not
it's like meet me down in dark alley for this deal we got going
exactly. Like, oh, you worth how much? Congrats. Come on, slide over here with me for a second. Yeah.
But no, I mean, just kind of going along with the whole security thing. So Crypto Q said, "What money? Who has crypto?" Yeah, going along with the whole security thing. Seriously, I mean, there are a lot of people coming into more wealth, like you said, and yes, you have to have preventive measures in place, especially if you're gonna be telling folks online. I mean, about how much money you have.
Yeah. Come on,
I mean, let's
keep it close to the chest.
Cut and dry.
Yeah, and Crypto Q's almost what's crypto exactly? Be like, what? What is crypto? I don't have none of that.
That's terrible. I mean, I hope we don't start seeing more of these stories, but I think we will, unfortunately. I mean, definitely once the crypto hits, once Bitcoin specifically hits that 50 to 100 million mark, or excuse me, we never know. That $100,000 mark, though, I think we're definitely going to start seeing more stories like this. Somebody said, what's holding? Crypto Key said, what's holding? Holding, well, it stands for HODL, holding on for dear life. But it's basically just not selling your crypto for nothing.
Yeah.
Literally, doesn't matter. Bills due, credit score bad, so what? We can eat that. You're going to hold on to this crypto. So
exactly.
That is what's holding.
I've done it before.
And honestly, for a lot of people, especially a lot of new people, holding is the best strategy.
Hold while you learn.
I've talked to many people who said they bought the top 10 coins. Which guy said he had like 40K or something, or 20K.
Yeah.
He bought, no, I think it was 10K started with. He had 10K. I know a guy 10K. He bought $1,000 in the top 10 coins at some point last year. He said like 3 or 4 months, his portfolio was up however much percent. That is just holding. It's not going in. It's not day trading. It's not swing trading. It's not shorting. It's not going long. You're just holding on to your crypto. So,
so
good strategy.
Strategy. Learn while you hold.
Yeah, learn while you hold.
If you don't know what you're doing, you definitely don't want to get in these streets. Because, there's a lot of people getting clipped. Shout out to everybody that bought Ripple at $4. You see what a big haircut.
Litecoin at $4.20.
Like what right now?
No, when they bought it.
Yeah.
Litecoin's like $400. I saw
exactly.
People, like I'm about to buy. I'm like, it's dangerous, but all right. Last big story. Mavericks are 7 Bitcoin now. Yeah. Mark Cuban, who once spoke against Bitcoin, I think I forgot. Mark, we got the receipts for you too. I got some screenshots that say the old Mark.
Young Cuban.
But anyway, he made a complete turnaround toward Q3, Q4 of last year. Or, of course, as we always say, he could have already been bought into it. Just been keeping a low profile. Regardless, he's all the way into the crypto market. He caught the bug, and now he's like, the Mavericks are going to start accepting it for season tickets. Is that right?
Next year. He tweeted it out. He said next year they accept it for season tickets. My boy Dennis Smith went to NC State, plays for the Mavericks. So, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully, that Bitcoin goes to help support them. But, yeah, I'm glad he's actually – coming around to using it as a use case, because we've seen his progression. He started out like, I don't know about Bitcoin. Then it was like, well, now I have Bitcoin. And then now it's like, Bitcoin's the greatest thing ever. And then now, he's implementing into his business. So that's usually the steps. And you're right, Sergeant Crypto, everybody's trying to take your Bitcoins. That's why people are about to start accepting it. They're about to start trying to figure out a way, all right, how can we get our hands on it?
How can we get...
We can't mine it.
Right.
We definitely ain't buying it at these prices. So I tell people all the time, if you want to accept crypto, that's probably the best way to accumulate it. Start a business, or the business you already have, just implement Bitcoin payments. People pay you. And even though to some of us who are like, I'm not letting go of it at all, there's some people sitting on Bitcoin that are like, I have too much. Like, what I'm going to do with this? I got $10 million, $20 million worth of crypto, and a lot of these people were rich before crypto. You know what I mean? So they kind of like, I could spare, some Bitcoin for this, spare for that. So I would obviously, for those of you who don't know, with the Mavericks, like I just said, with Dennis Smith, I would obviously support. However, there's no way I'm going to all the games. So shout out to everybody in Dallas.
Go Pat. So let's see. Alicia said Bitcoin is at 10 to 11K. Yeah, I mean, it's still, it's a good price. It's the beginning of the year. Like I said, it's good. We're going to this Chinese Lunar New Year. So it might stay around this mark for next month or so.
Cool. Let alts explode.
Let alts go up.
And then when King Daddy Bitcoin comes back, and then hey, go from there.
And then I'm seeing Antonio Williams say he lost about 40% on some Litecoin, but he diversified. That's good, you diversify. So here's the thing too, people, when you're buying some of this stuff, a lot of things they're not telling people when they buy it. I'm sure you can't do it on Coinbase, so you have to get on Coinbase, but start setting up stop losses. 10%, 15%, 20%, which basically means if your portfolio, whatever coin you bought, it loses 15% of that value, 20% of that value, whatever it is that you set it up as, it automatically sells off when you're not at the computer. So that way you can't take those big losses and it'll go right back to Bitcoin, where it's kind of, a bit more steady. So
and just like some people say,
wait just for another
don't think about it as a loss, think of it as a chance to buy more. That's why you want to keep cash reserves and money to the side to buy these dips, because I'm telling you, in my opinion, we're gonna look back at the end of this year and laugh at how stressed some of these people are at these prices, because at these prices it's actually pretty cheap for most of the top 5, top 10 coins. So just buy and hold, hit those dips, and a bunch of weak hands. People selling. Some people that bought at 10 are like, let me just get some profit out of this. So it's all good.
And shout out to this troll on here right now. It's pretty funny. So I'm assuming you're new. You must not know us. We really don't care.
We don't care at all. Yeah.
If anything, you about to have us telling some jokes after this.
Yeah,
you see this dude puts this goofy stuff on here.
Yeah, I don't know.
All
Yeah.
right.
That's what happens when you start getting big. You
Yeah,
start getting
making
weird
these
people
trolls.
trolling out of nowhere.
I like it though. It's pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'd rather have like 100 trolls actually, because you guys would really like push the agenda for us.
Appreciate you.
Be talking stuff. Be like, wait, you heard of who? All right, for the free Bitcoin today, what we doing?
Well, for the free Bitcoin today, the Putin list includes Russian oligarchs. But if there was a, let's say, Trump list.
Oh, I like that. I already know you're going with it.
Which U.S. senators or House of Representatives people?
Oh, I like that. Include wealthy people too.
Yeah, wealthy people. What big name people would you see or could you see's name on the list where they're like, you're using it for illicit goods? Freeze that account. You can't use it. It would be crazy to see some of the names, but make sure you do it after the show finishes. Put that public address, and we'll send you that free Bitcoin. So
I think honestly, they would put somebody like they would put like half of Hollywood on that list.
Oh yeah.
Like, y'all want to press, y'all want to push all these little BS messages. All right.
Exactly.
Y'all owe us money.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah. Mitch McConnell.
yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go.
AKA Franklin.
Call him Mitch ass.
AKA Franklin face.
Right. So again, in the quotes after the video, put the people. I don't know. Put like how many? Like 3 to 5.
Just put 3 to 5. Just a group of people, a few people, and then put the reason why, and we'll find the funniest or the best one. We'll send that free Bitcoin to you. So.
Again, we only give away a small, very small amount of Bitcoins, only like $2 to $5 worth, but it can turn out to be a lot by the end of the year.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Answer a couple more quick questions. Yeah, we got a couple minutes. We answer a couple. Kristen said,
Alex Jones,
we do trading? Yeah, we do some trading together for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Somebody asked, what's Lightning Network? Lightning Network is just the way Litecoin is going to try to implement itself onto the Bitcoin blockchain to speed up transactions.
Oh yeah.
It's
And
simple as
Alpha Robbins, the close, all things decentral. I get my stuff from there, but we are coming out with our own stuff, so look out for that. We'll have our own apparel popping, so hopefully, like I said, all our followers, y'all go ahead, y'all be able to grab some, so that'll work.
Yep. Let's see. Sergeant Crypto said y'all should be holding that Bitcoin. There's only 4.2 mil left. That is true. Antonio said you can check them out at 10 a.m. sharp, LOL. Yes, he's kidding. We come on at 10-ish every day.
10-ish.
So it could be anywhere from 9:58 to about 10:08. I think we've been pretty good around that time.
Yeah, so good.
I don't know. We had a physical story. Like, you had to come to it. You had to wait all day, but yeah, you might wait 3 to 5 minutes for us to, open it up, see what's going on outside,
Oh, yeah.
We can't have a set schedule, right? That's how these kidnappings happen in crypto. He's gonna be here at 10 a.m. every day. We know when to grab him. No, with us, you gotta listen. You gotta do a lot more game planning, all right? It's not gonna be at the same time.
I don't do nothing twice in a row.
Right. All right. Other than that, people, thanks for watching. Yeah, we had to end on some jokes.
Yeah.
Are we going to set Bitcoins? Of course, we're going to set Bitcoins. We already set Bitcoin and Ether for consultation and stuff, so we'll definitely be doing that as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there we go. Antonio, we've been consistent. We come on at 10-ish every day. Other than that, people, thanks for watching as always. Again, slow start to beginning of the week, not a lot going on. Prices are dropping, people are selling, people going crazy. China, they just selling to go party right now.
Yeah.
So other than that, yeah. I mean, you got anything?
No, we are having a Bitcoin meetup.
Yes, good. We're gonna have a Bitcoin meetup this week. Pop-up meetup. If you can make it, great. It'll be in LA again on Thursday.
Got some great people coming out there. A lot of people from the last one.
We had a lot of good people last time. It'll be probably about an hour and a half. People came out, got a couple of drinks or non-alcoholic beverages, whatever they wanted. We talked crypto, shared ideas. Got to meet a lot of good people in the community over here. So we'll be having another one Thursday. We'll put out the date, time, and the location more likely later on today.
Absolutely.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for watching. As always, people, you can like, follow, share, all that good stuff. YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, Kirby Crypto. KRBE CRYPTO.
Peace
Take
out.
care.
Oh, yeah.